All right, cool. So Zuz, take two. We've known each other for about 13 years.
Yes, correct.
Funny journey. We met when we were at a different place in life. We used to have fun and that, and then we reconnected a couple of years ago back at the gym.
Yep.
And my God, we've been on such a cool journey together, sharing deep conversations during our sets.
Mm-hmm.
And then we thought, why not like record it and put it out there?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. So this is Zuzu, Joseph.
Yeah.
Say hi.
Hello, guys.
All right. So today we're going to talk about you training girls, you know, and your journey with that, and what your perception is now compared to how it was before in training. Because I know there's a lot of pushback too with, you know, trainers training girls and how they see girls and that they shouldn't be in the fight game and that.
Yeah, exactly. In our sport, I guess too. Yeah. Being in combat sports, it is, look, it's changing now because especially on the boxing scene, it's changing a lot. There is a lot of girls, especially in Australia, that are making moves in the world stage. But I guess something like combat sports being, even though it's a sport, it is an aggressive nature.
Absolutely.
It's a lot different to your ball sport. So I think the idea of a female or someone who's feminine having that aggressive nature or being put in that type of environment was
judged.
Yeah, it was judged. It was looked down.
Yeah, or it was almost like you're not meant to be doing this.
Yes, 100%. Yeah.
Or you're trying to be masculine.
Yeah. It wasn't something natural.
Yeah,
now,
yeah.
The good thing is that, and look, I was the same. Like as a coach as well. I've been coaching now about 12 years.
Yeah.
And full time. And only had a handful of females who come through our gyms who
the whole way
that come in and go, look, you know, they're coming for different reasons, but come in and go, I want to compete.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
When you hear a man say that, or a bloke come through, you know, a young teen boy, or come in and go, I want to be a champion one day. You still, even though, don't take that on so seriously at the start, because we know as coaches, the process is a lot of work, and it takes a lot to do that. You know, in combat sports, there isn't a team of 20 people around you on the field, you know, in that ring or whatever. So it does take a lot more for the individual to succeed. Or even get to the level of going into
full
the
competition.
100%,
Yeah, man, absolutely.
Yeah. So even myself as a coach, when I've had females come in and want to take it that seriously, it was not in me. I wasn't conditioned to just accept them for that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man, absolutely. Yeah. And I think back in the day, like I remember when I used to train and everything, I remember it did come from a place of I have to prove. Right. So my energy used to come from like, you know what, I can do this. I can be like that masculine. I am that strong. I never came the way it comes now, which is like, I want to express myself because you know what, I'm a fiery feminine energy. Yeah. So I want to fucking express it. And that could be, if I really had to punch on, believe me, that would come out, right? Because it's my nature. There's a nature as well. If I yell at my kids, there's an essence of that nature that comes out. I don't go, honey, UK. Like there is some people, man or woman, that have a nature that is more soft and subtle, and that's fine.
Yeah.
I know when I express, a lot more of that fiery energy comes out. So now I look at it and I think, shit, you know, before I used to think that I have to be masculine and that was my masculine. It wasn't actually. It was actually my feminine energy that wanted to express in that environment.
Yes.
Right. And I don't have to prove to be masculine or strong. It didn't. Now I get that, man. But when I first started, I thought, oh, that's the male, that's the masculine. I have to be powerful. I have to be strong.
Yeah.
And now, like, I look at my girls doing, you know, training with you guys. It's not from the same seed of fucking go and compete with the boys. Go be a boy. It's not that. I see fire in them. It's like, go and express it.
Yeah.
Right. Don't suppress it.
Yeah.
And it's been so healthy. And I think that's where the shift is happening. Girls are coming into their own power, right? They're not like, I have to prove to, because that's where it's fucked up. You don't have to prove, like, if honestly, if a guy wanted to kick the shit out of me, they would, even if I trained for 5 years. But let's be real, right? It's just based on strength. Yeah. Nothing else. But when a girl has that fire and wants to express in that way, that's another thing. That's a different level. Yeah. Yeah, 100%. And I think we forget how strong the feminine can be. Yeah. You know, basically when they go through, even seeing my wife go through pregnancies twice now and giving birth and things like that. Even an uncle of mine, like I was explaining to you before. Yeah. He comes from a Middle Eastern country. He came to Australia when he was 19. Tough background. From Syria and from northern Syria, where, you know, I think they're just built differently to how we are in a more comfortable situation, right? Mm-hmm. So even hearing him, speaking to him the other day, and him saying how much strength he saw in his wife giving birth to their first child really resonates with me now, because you know, you can get lost as a masculine, or if you find yourself, your energy being more of that alpha, and you know, being in that environment where you're in fight gyms and male dominated environments, thinking, physicality. I used to make the same mistake. I used to be like, no, but a woman has to be soft and gentle all the time. Only that. Yeah. You know, a woman's got to be like a lady, act like a lady. Yeah. Yes. And that's right. That's fine. Exactly. At times when it's required. Exactly. You know, our fundamentals are different. Yeah. And it goes back to even talking about the cavemen, the hunters and gatherers, right? Yeah, the women stayed and looked after the camps and whatnot, while the men went and put their life on the line. Yeah. Fighting animals, lions, whatever, right? Yeah. And but dude, at the end of the day, if a lion came to the cave, she would turn into the fucking warrior. We underestimate the feminine, the protector. We underestimate it, exactly. And at the end of the day, I know if a woman had, you know, their kids, for my wife, for example, she's shown strength that blew me away. And I thought, well, you know, someone who weighs 60 kilos doesn't mean they're going to be weak. And what is strength, right? It comes in so many different facets. So you've got mental strength, emotional strength, spiritual strength, physical strength, right? Character, like sovereignty, standing in one's belief strength. There's so many expressions of strength that I think, you know, but also on the other flip side of that, it's beautiful to see a really strong masculine that can contain that, because it's fucking powerful. Yeah. Only a really strong, solid masculine can allow that feminine to step into her fucking power. You don't feel threatened by it. You actually go, wow, fuck, I embrace it, because at times that challenge is what really triggers something in sometimes in men, right? Because it's like, you're not meant to be like that, but we are in moments. We are. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? And I think that's what's important. That, think about it, right? Look at it on a logical level. Like you train girls at the gym, and you know they have to have a special something that makes them actually go, I'm going to fucking take myself to a gym and I'm going to train with men. I'm going to get hit. I'm going to hit. I'm going to go through this extreme training. So on a mental level, they have something. 100%. How can you now then take them out of that situation, put them into like life and work and home and everything, and as a wife and as a mother and as a friend, and expect some sort of that, some part of that energy is not going to translate into the way they operate in the real world? Exactly. Yeah, you can't shut that down. Bro, you can't. No, you can't. You can't pick and choose. Yeah, you can't go, I want this really crazy, amazing woman that's fucking strong and challenges me and makes good business decisions, but fuck, you know, when you were at home, no, you're submissive, and you can't do that. You can't. That's conflict. That's just only going to bring conflict anyway back to your suppression. Suppression. You can't do that. Yeah, exactly right. And that's what I've witnessed really in the gym. And there's not many sports or let's say sports or hobbies where, you know, a male is going to walk into a female dominated environment
So if you look at it now, only since like listening to you say what you just said then, it's actually come to my awareness that, yeah, let's say in my gym, there's 20 girls, right? Let's say 15, 20%. They actually, it's a very male dominated environment. So
they already got something.
Stepping in there,
they already
takes more than what a man has to go through to get there. So for the girls that we train, and we've had a handful now compete, and they do well, they do very well, but you do see in their nature, you see them change, you know, from coming in, say they don't have as much confidence in business or in life in general. Okay, and being a coach, they talk to you about their life as well. So you're there not just to teach them how to punch, how to fight. You're there to support them in anything they're going through. Especially if they're coming 5 days a week to the gym. It's their second home. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So 100%, I've gained a lot of respect for them.
Yeah.
In what they do, and I think, you know, things are changing though for the better, and there are a lot more girls, you know, getting involved and doing well, and you know the sport is accepting more and more. And yeah, look, I personally enjoy coaching because I've grown as a coach. If I didn't train females, I wouldn't be coaching the way I coach today. 100% I wouldn't be. Because I've had to then, let's say, bring out a more feminine side of myself,
which I've noticed, man, fuck yeah, and you own it, man, and I love that shit.
I had to bring out the feminine energy to be able to take a step back, because there was times of clashing at the start because I wasn't conditioned for it. In my mind, I'm like, no, it's only one way and this is it. But then you've got to understand. And I thought to myself, you know what, even as a personal trainer, I don't speak to a 70-year-old female or 60-year-old female the same way I'm going to talk to an 18-year-old male. So why am I not doing that as a coach in combat sports? You know what I mean? Yeah. I should be bringing that same mentality, and which until I did, you know, it was headbutting a lot. Yeah,
because you know what? Like, there's a different key for a different lock. 100%. Not one key opens every fucking lock, right? So if we are, and we are different, man, we are, right?
100% we are.
And if you can understand that, then guess what? You can tap into that.
Yeah.
Right. And it's not like, again, I think it's shifting from, I know when I first started, it was all about proving, and I have to beat the masculine, and I'm strong like the masculine. Now I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm actually not strong like the masculine. But what is within me, that friggin', I love that fire, and I like to express it in like training. That is what I'm expressing and growing from my own self. And I live it outside of the gym too. So if I have an issue, I'm going to fucking express the way I do it 100%. At the gym.
Yeah.
I own that.
Yeah.
And I don't want to change that, because that is like
that's true.
Denying my truth.
Yeah.
Right. That's being authentic in the gym and then being fucking unauthentic at home or in society, or no, I've got to be a good person because the women have to. No, man, you know, you're an individual energy, right? In life, expressing individually as a part of the collective. How dare I fucking deny that?
Yeah, exactly.
Do you know what I mean?
100%.
Yeah. So
you can't be conflicting messages. You can't be sending conflicting messages to yourself.
No. So I reckon, it's important that, and it's good. Like, it's like there is no, and it's beautiful for you to, and I've seen your journey, man, that you are so understanding of your own feminine energy within, right? Yeah. And how you balance both now, and you see strength in your wife.
Yes.
Right. Yes. And you think, shit, like you told me today that before you would like fight with her and want to dominate as a masculine, right?
Which is really,
it's a weakness, bro.
It's a weakness.
I
became a bully.
You became an
argument.
Absolutely. Yeah, but then when she stood into her power, you respected her because you thought, wow, like that is feminine. Feminine is a powerful, untamed way of being too. So when she started to step into that, you actually couldn't be the bully. You actually started to respect her and go, wow, like I actually honor this, because then that will actually spread into so many different areas of her life.
It does though. That's like when we were talking about basically I was saying how our confidence is my main attraction.
Same confidence,
right? So when let's say because we're humans, we argue, right? And let's say if there wasn't that confidence or someone standing up for themselves, a feminine can do all that. Then I became the bully, because what happens is it becomes like a spiral effect, or like a volcano. It just keeps going. There is nothing there to snap you out of, or to shock you. But when I see this confidence come out of her, or she'll like, no, and she'll stand up for herself, for example. Okay, all of a sudden that snaps me out of that anger, that
yeah, but
we can get lost in anger.
Some people can actually get really offended by that, and they find it challenging, or it triggers them more. Like if a girl or a feminine sort of stands up,
they feel threatened.
I
don't. One of my pet, let's say, hates, okay, or the thing that triggers me is weakness.
Okay,
weakness in any
but
scale.
That's huge, because see, a lot of people want only to feel powerful, but will not give the other person its power, right? Do you get it? Like, I get what you're saying, but a lot of the times it's like, I like to not feel weak myself, but I'm okay with you feeling shit and weak.
Yeah,
it takes a very whole person to say, I love my power, but I love you in your power.
Yeah.
That is fucking, that's awesome.
And people know this, and I think it relates from my coaching as well.
Yeah.
Is I'll tell everyone, male, female, doesn't matter, the fighters, if you're doing something for 3 minutes, your job is to not stop. Okay, even if we finish the session and you're doing ab work, don't stop crunching for 3 minutes. I don't care how slow the crunches are.
Fucking keep going.
The moment you show weakness, okay, it becomes a habit. Every time, like we talk about our cold showers that we do, and the brain plays every day when that water's warm.
When you know
like,
it's coming,
this is comfortable.
It's coming.
And you don't want it.
Yeah.
But then you have to be conscious enough to go, okay, if I do this, if I say today I'm just going to have a warm shower, I'll do it tomorrow. Tomorrow's bullshit.
Yeah.
Come tomorrow, you're that 1% weaker than what you were mentally.
Absolutely.
So you're not going to do it tomorrow. It's going to be even harder to do tomorrow.
Yeah.
So a thing for me that has always been a big no-no, I guess, or sends alarm bells ringing, is any form of weakness. And I don't mean physical strength and physical weakness. No, it can be anything. It can be from the person who, is trying to eat healthy, but keeps breaking every day. I can't stop drinking soft drink. That's for me, that's a sign of weakness. Could be from, anyone who wants to bench press 120 kilos, but keeps saying, I can't. But doesn't do anything to work towards it.
Yeah. And there's a difference. I mean? There's a difference in fucking doing your best and fucking doing 100%. It. And then now and then you can have a day. Yeah. It's very different
100%.
To fucking every day, you're letting yourself down.
100%. We all have our off days.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's okay to feel normal if you have an off day.
Yeah.
You don't have to sit there and
feel guilty
about it,
and punish
yourself. No, you can have an off day. That is fine.
Yeah.
But if you're trying to work on something, you got to build resilience. Okay, we got to be strong people on the inside, just as good as we look on the outside.
Yeah.
If we want to look, there's no point of looking strong on the outside for the world to see.
Yeah. But inside, then you're as weak as piss.
Inside is what we're conscious about. Yeah. We know, and that's the most important part of it. What we know about ourselves.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And one last thing right now, you've got a daughter as well, and like being in all this and learning about this, and you've really been on a spiritual journey too. Like, do you reckon you're gonna sort of guide her so differently in relation to like being that strong, feminine, a girl?
Put it this way, with her, I've always had this mentality, and people will say around me, oh, what are you going to do when her first boyfriend comes home? Or when this, they already trying to
fuck your mind.
They're already trying to fuck with you. Yeah, they're already trying to plant some seed in your head.
Yeah.
And my mentality was, okay, to people, my response would be like, oh, fuck, yeah, I'm going to put it on him or whatever.
Yeah.
Right, I'm going to scare him.
Yeah.
But deep down I knew that's bullshit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, that's bullshit. What if he's a nice guy?
Yeah, exactly.
Do you know what I mean?
And how dare we fucking don't trust that she's going to be
she's
a
gonna,
she knows
exactly,
what to do. How dare we fucking take away that power from her?
Power, and I'm
I have to look after you. How dare she's not going to be able to make good choices?
You know, now it's like, and all of a sudden this all becomes a stress.
Yeah,
for someone with my mentality, or you know, I'm changing my conditioning every day. I try to work on myself, right?
Yeah.
So the mentality I had before became a stress.
Yeah.
She's bloody not even 2 years old.
Yeah.
And I'm stressing about when she's an adult or a late teen or something, you know what I mean? And I'm like, no, because all of a sudden I'm not looking forward to that process at all in my mind.
It's not even
real. I'm not looking
real.
forward to that journey. It's not even real.
No.
So at the end of the day, I have to put my trust in her already.
Thank you.
That myself, my wife are going to do the job as parents to guide her,
to empower her,
to guide her. Yeah. Okay. So she can make decisions that aren't going to, you know, hurt her in any way, or decisions aren't going to, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, she's going to, at the end of the day, even if she makes a fucked up decision, mate, she's going to be able to say, hey, Dad, it was my choice.
And she has to deal with it.
And that's cool.
Exactly.
That's all you got to do.
Like, own it and deal with it. If we don't own it, she's not going to deal with it. And now, honestly, all of a sudden, from having that as a stress of her growing up and going through things, it's like, no, it's a journey and it's exciting. Yeah. If anything, it's more exciting. Yeah, and then being able to look at things that way makes my life more exciting.
And you know what? The good thing about that, man, is that you're already parenting her from a point that she's already amazing and strong, and she's going to be able to look after herself, rather than I've got to look after her and protect her. Like, you're already starting the seed from a weakened point, right? Whereas if you look at her and go, she's fucking going to rock it, she's already going to have that. And your mindset of like how you operate and how you parent and what you expose her to is coming from a completely different space. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? So she's going to feel more empowered and not needing that energetic feeling of, oh, I've got to be looked after and protected, and my dad and mum have to protect me, more than my dad and mum have exposed me to so much thing that empowers me. I know the choices I have to make. I know what decisions, I'll be conscious enough to do that. Yeah, that's what I've done with Ali and Ria. You know them. Yeah,
100%. They stand on their own 2 feet and deal with whatever life brings their way. Yeah. And at the end of the day, I think that's the most important part for me as a parent, is to make sure I give the right tools to my kids to take on anything head on. Yeah. Don't shy away from anything, even if you know it's Mount Everest in front of you. One step. Don't shy away from it. Don't show any weakness towards it. Yeah. And have the inner strength to get through it. 100%. Spot on.
Well, that was a sick talk. Loved it, man. So we'll keep continuing these chats, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. Until next time, we'll have new topics and everything, and we'll just discuss them.
Cool. Thanks guys.
Thanks, man. Bye.
Bye.